Welcome to the world of remote viewing. Remote viewing, or RV, is a skill that trains the unconscious mind to obtain information about any person, place, thing, or event in the past, present, or future. A remote viewing session begins with a cue or question that defines the data one is seeking. These cues may consist of anything from the world's next catastrophic event to locating your lost car keys. Since a cue consists of a question as defined by an individual, only your imagination limits what information can be obtained during an RV session. Remote viewing was developed by the CIA and the United States military by studying how the human mind obtains data on an unconscious level. Through years of top-secret scientific study, a protocol was developed that forces the mind to follow this unconscious process of data collection. This newly discovered skill, which the military dubbed remote viewing, produced levels of accuracy far greater than the program originally expected. As a result, this new tool was quickly utilized for real-life military operations. It's this protocol that is responsible for gradually training the unconscious mind to provide information regarding a target in a specific sequence of data. As you write down the data obtained, you become more connected with the target, thereby gradually providing increasingly detailed information. This information is finally translated into sketches and drawings. Though commonly defined as a psychic or psi ability by many individuals, remote viewing is rather a scientifically developed skill that is able to consistently obtain accuracy rates of 80% during an RV session. With this level of accuracy, it's easy to see why trained remote viewers can easily determine the answer or solution to a cue each and every time. If you are watching this DVD, then you're most likely no stranger to Major Ed Dames' Learn Remote Viewing DVD course, the most advanced and effective training course in the world. With free online support and the latest in refined remote viewing techniques, the Learn Remote Viewing training course is second to none. The application workshops are an ongoing training series that follows the Learn Remote Viewing DVD course. This ongoing series will not only show additional tricks of the trade, such as what's presented in this DVD, but will also provide practical applications that continue to grow and expand upon newly refined professional techniques. Remote viewing is a revolutionary skill that transfers information from your unconscious to your conscious awareness and can provide you with the answers to anything you would like to know. However, due to the manner in which information is transferred, there are some limitations in obtaining data involving dates and numeric information. The numeric barriers can be difficult to bypass, even for more experienced remote viewers. As a result, new techniques that accompany the fundamental remote viewing skills are being refined each day. The method provided in the Remote Viewing the Lottery DVD is an easy-to-learn technique for obtaining single-digit numeric information using remote viewing. This technique has already been used by numerous remote viewing students to win the Daily 3 lottery in various states. This is great news, as this method is easy enough to learn so even beginning remote viewers can use it. Think of it as a method for attempting to break the numeric barrier. This method has shown a high percentage of success for beginner and experienced remote viewers and is the perfect way to start using your developed skills for some really fun targets and practical activities. Remote Viewing the Lottery is hosted by two of Major Ed Dames' past students, Mary and Cherise Rivera, a mother and daughter team. Mary and Cherise will walk you through the RV technique they've personally utilized to win the Texas Pick 3 lottery not just once, but twice.
Let's get started. One should first find a quiet space in the home, free of distractions. Turn off the television, music system, computer, telephone, overhead fans, and any other electronic distractors. Remove any clutter on the desk or table that you plan to work on. Be sure to remove any previously worked RV sessions or other target reference numbers from the room. Choose a chair that is comfortable, A desk chair is ideal. Sit up straight in a relaxed rather than rigid posture. Make sure the lighting is good. Glaring light will distract you. Dim light encourages imagination and inattention. Both of these may decrease the effectiveness of your session. Remember, effective remote viewing requires a state of relaxed attention. To prepare for your remote viewing session, you will need the following items: 4 manila folders, approximately 20 to 25 copies of the number template sheet that was provided with this video, one 11 by 15 envelope, or any envelope large enough to place the manila folder into, and a black ink pen, preferably the rollerball or gel type.
Let's review the materials you will need. First, you will require 3 copies of Template A and Template B as provided with Major Ed Dame's Learn Remote Viewing DVD course. In addition, you'll require 10 to 25 copies of an entirely new template utilized specifically for this workshop labeled Template L. You may download all of these templates online at www.rvlottery.com/templates. If you do not have access to the internet, simply create copies of Template A and Template B from the examples shown within the template library insert provided in the Learn Remote Viewing DVD Disc 1 case. You may also create copies of Template L as provided in the insert located within your Remote Viewing the Lottery DVD case. If you are a more experienced remote viewer and have already committed the fundamentals of RV to memory, then you'll not require copies of Template A or Template B. Instead, you may use blank white bond paper as you normally would. However, you will need copies of Template L. Once you have copies of the necessary templates, you'll also need the following items: 4 manila folders, a black ink pen, and an opaque envelope large enough to contain the manila folders. Also, feel free to utilize the word descriptor list located within the Learn Remote Viewing and Remote Viewing the Lottery DVD cases if necessary. Now that we've reviewed the materials, let's watch Mary and Charisse explain how to set up your first Remote Viewing the Lottery session.
After making 25 copies of the numbered template sheets and keeping within the margins, begin placing the numbers 0 through 9 at random onto the sheet of paper. Do not list any more or any less than 10 digits total. Do this repeatedly on each sheet of paper until you have made 20 pages like this. Now take one of your remaining manila folders and label that folder with your particular state's Pick 3 logo. For instance, in Texas, it's Texas Pick 3 Lottery. Then make a slash and write Next, and another slash. Then write winning number, another slash, and write first digit. When completed, your labeling should look like so. Now turn your folder and draw a small arrow like this on the upper left-hand corner of the folder. This ensures knowing which end of the folder should always be up. On the second folder, you will do the same. Texas Pick 3 Lottery, or your particular state's logo, slash next, slash winning number, slash second digit. Now add your arrow to the upper left-hand corner. On the third folder, you will do the same. Again, Texas Pick-3 Lottery or your particular state's logo, /next, /winning number, and remember, /third digit. Now add your arrow again to the upper left-hand corner of your folder. You will need a pad of Post-it notes to complete this part of the session preparation. Now, with the 20 numbered sheets in the plain manila folder and the 3 other folders labeled properly, we are ready to begin our session. First, place the manila folder containing the 20 sheets of numbered pages behind you. Use a chair or small settee to place the folder on. Be sure it is convenient for you to reach. Then take the first manila folder, labeled with first digit, and place that on the table in front of you, making sure the folder is placed so that the arrow is in the upper left-hand corner. You will now reach behind you or beside you, draw one of your numbered template sheets from the folder, and bring it forward, placing it into the first manila folder. Important! At no time should you ever even catch a glimpse of the paper which is being taken from the folder behind you and placed into the target folder. You can look up or away while doing this to ensure that you do not see it. If you do see it, you must discard the paper and start all over. This is vital to the outcome of the session. There is a small margin opening where the label is on the folder. The very edge of the sheet you just inserted will be visible here. Taking care not to view the numbers on the sheet inside and using that exposed edge, carefully slide just about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the sheet out of the top of the folder, like so. Next, you will label that part of the paper, just as the manila folder is labeled. You will then assign a set of 8 numbers at random. This is how it should look when you have completed it. Now, take a Post-it note and copy those same 8 numbers onto it. Set that aside. Slip the sheet of paper back into the manila folder. Now place the manila folder into the larger envelope and place that in front of you. Now place the Post-it note with your 8 randomly chosen numbers onto the envelope itself. Set that aside.
To obtain your first digit of a Pick-3 lottery, begin executing this session as you normally would for any other TRN or Q-based target. As with any RV target, completing stages 1 through 3 should take you no longer than 3 to 5 minutes. Let's briefly show the opening stages of an RV session for those individuals still new to the skill. For the purposes of this application workshop, unlike a standard RV session, you will not be required to exceed stage 3. writing your name, the date, and time. Write down your chosen target reference numbers. Immediately create a spontaneous ideogram as quickly as you can. Start with textures. Write down as many textures that come into your mind from the list. Do not pause for more than 3 seconds. If nothing comes to mind, move on to the next category: colors, smells, tastes, temperatures, and sounds. It is also very important to handle AOLs as you have been taught with your previous remote viewing training. Do not think about the target, but focus only on the next perception to write and move through the templates quickly. You should never stop writing for more than 3 to 4 seconds at a time. Now write down all dimensions, densities, and motions that come to mind, but no less than 4. How does the site make you feel? Look at the word descriptor list if necessary and write down only one word to describe your feelings and move on. Turn to the second template to produce your Stage 3 freehand sketch. Finally, place an X where you instinctively feel the target is located in your freehand sketch. Unlike a standard RV session, your X is not necessarily on or next to an aspect that you have drawn. Essentially, ignore the aspects you have drawn while marking your target. For those of you learning RV, it goes without saying that properly executing the beginning stages of an RV session requires more instruction than what was shown within this example. Simply follow all of the tips and lessons provided in the Learn Remote Viewing DVD course. Please ensure that you completely understand the remote viewing protocol and that you have completed at least several of the practice targets from the Learn RV course with highly accurate results before proceeding to the techniques shown within this video. Now let's go back to Mary and Cherise as they explain how to review your session feedback and determine the first digit of your state's Pick 3 lottery.
You may now remove the manila folder from the larger envelope. Take out your numbered sheet. Overlay the numbered sheet with the page 2 freehand sketch from the session you just completed, and holding it up to the light, you should be able to see which number the X has fallen on. It should appear like this to you. In this case, our X has fallen on top of the number 2. This is your first digit. Occasionally, you will find that the X falls between two numbers. When that happens, simply play both of the numbers. In this case, we would play both the 4 and the 9. Or, the X may not always fall directly on top of the digit, but is very close to it. Of course, you would play the number that it falls closest to. When in doubt, you may use a ruler if necessary. Very, very important to the session is that you must wait 15 minutes between each of your sessions. There is never an exception to this rule. Continue on in the same way you did with session 2 and session 3. At the end of these 3 sessions, you will have a complete set of numbers to play.
Now that the process is understood for obtaining your first digit, you would simply repeat this process from scratch for your second session, and once again for your third session. Executing all 3 sessions properly will provide 3 separate digits which can be compared to the next winning lottery numbers played in your state. Please note that when executing your second and third RV sessions, the cue you are utilizing must also change to the following: Your State's Pick 3 Lottery /next/winning number /second digit. And finally, Your State's Pick 3 Lottery /next/winning number /third digit. That's all there is to it. Remember, the technique presented within this video is an extension of the Learn Remote Viewing DVD course. Please ensure that you completely understand the remote viewing protocol and that you have completed at least several of the practice targets provided in the Learn RV course with highly accurate results before attempting to successfully execute the cues shown in this workshop. Are you a remote viewer that won the Pick 3 lottery in your state? Share your success with the world. Visit www.rvlottery.com/testimonials and use the form provided to not only share your story, but you will also have the option of attaching pictures of yourself and your winning lottery ticket. Thank you for your interest in remote viewing, and we hope you have a great time utilizing this beginner's method of obtaining numeric data for a state lottery. There are a countless number of ways to use remote viewing, not only for fun, but for serious inquiries as well.
There you have it, an exciting new way for you to win your state's Pick 3 lottery.
Of course, this is not a guarantee that you will win every lotto play. Have fun with your sessions, and good luck to you all.